Mr. Cuellar.
Chairman, thank you so much. Director, again, thank you for your service. I think you're in a very difficult situation. On one side, you have Republicans that think you're not deporting enough. And on the other side, you got Democrats who are saying that you're deporting too many out there. So I know it's a difficult situation. Let me just direct your attention to recruitment and retention of employees, because I think I'm seeing a pattern in Homeland where a lot of the agencies are having a hard time. My question is, what are you doing to recruit, retain, and are you streamlining the process? Because it takes a long time to bring people on board.
It does, and let's not forget the training part, even when we have employed them. We were very ambitious after the lapse in appropriations last spring of 2015. We were, as soon as that was lifted, we hit the ground running and brought on 800 positions or so, 1,000 for the balance of the 6 months. Furiously working to try to fill some of the positions. We still have a ways to go because, as you know, December, January, people are retiring. So when we make gains, we sometimes have to take some steps back. But what I charged our human capital people in particular with is, I don't want to hear about delays and things I said, let's do this as efficiently and effectively as possible, because we can't do anything unless we have the well-trained, appropriate staff on board. As a result, and by the way, I had my human capital #1 person, officer, had been vacant, that position, for some period of time. Thank goodness we have an outstanding woman, Catherine Payne, who is now our human capital officer for the entire country, and she is laser focused on my directive. She has, and much of our staff has done several things. One of them is we're now doing like one-stop shopping, where we have gone to like 5 or 6 jurisdictions and done fairs where we say, you know, let's do the pre-employment interview. Let's start the processing on the background. Let's concentrate so we don't have to keep going back and saying, now this is the next step. We're taking several steps at one time. That has really gained us things. We've got additional people focused on background checks, which are vital. We've got to have them before people come on board. As you said, a lot of agencies, investigative agencies, are in this box. Secret Service, just within our department. Exactly. Secret Service is trying to find people. Border Patrol is trying to find people. We're all pushing against the same pot of people, so to speak. But as a result, and I was just in Georgia to see our FLETC. I don't know if any of you all have visited, but it's an extraordinary place, the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. We are all competing for places there, just to get our people trained when they get on board. So one of the ideas that came up, and we've adopted it, is, you know what? Get those people on board. We'll continue working with them to get them trained as early as possible in the tenure, but let's get them on board.
Thank you. So, and thank you for doing that, because I know it's, you hire people and then the attrition rate comes in on that, so I appreciate it. Let me, real quickly, I added some language on transparencies of family detention facilities, and I think within 15 days and monthly thereafter, y'all was supposed to give the information in the committee, and maybe you're getting that, because I'm one of those Democrats that I believe in immigration reform, but I still want to see law and order at the border. I represent a good section of the border. So I would ask you all to give us this transparency language detail that we had sent to you. The last point I want to make is the area that I represent, I got 2 very unique situations. Rio Grande Valley, part of my district, from FY15 to February of this last year, family units went up 149%, from 11,000 to 27,000 for that same period of time, compared to FY16. Unaccompanied kids went up 89%, from 12,000 to 23,000. The majority are the Rio Grande went up 90%, 133% on that. Then on the Laredo area, I have a different type of situation. I have Cubans coming in, and I know your role is a little bit more limited because of the Cuban Adjustment Act. But just to give you an example, in FY 2014, 24,000 Cubans came in. 15,000 came through the Port of Laredo. FY 2015, 43,000 came in. 28,000 of the Cubans came in through Laredo. FY 16 up to February 24th, 25,000, almost 26,000 Cubans came in, and over 18,000 came through the Port of Laredo. So my district is one of those that on the southern part I have, the Central American folks coming in. And then in the Laredo, my hometown, I have Cubans come in. I know that's more limited on that. Again, all I would ask is we play defense on the 1-yard line. The more we can play defense on their 20-yard line, and I know y'all have folks working in Central and Mexico and other places, the more you can do that, the better it is, because otherwise they get to the border and they come in and they get to stay, quite honestly.
I understand that, and of course, everyone here knows that we're in the middle of this transition period with Cuba, but I am quite sure that's going to be one of the top topics of discussion as we move forward with them.
Thank you so much for your service.